Hello everybody. Today I'm gonna present about teaching aid. Our title is on anatomy and physiology. Prepared by me, AMBROSSE anak BERAYAN. Second, NURUL SYAHIRAH binti Ahmad. And the third one is HANNANI SYAMIMI binti MOHAMAD YAZID. Okay, the introduction is MIP App Inventor is a programming environment that lowered the barrier to creating mobile app for Android, especially for students with little or no programming experience. In our apps, we share about bones anatomy and physiology with the explanation and figure. For more information, you can scan our code to get the MIP Apps Inventor. Okay, the second one is objective. Objective is for this topic to create a new process learning. Second, making it easy for student understand. Third, create an interesting tool in anatomy lesson. Fourth, making it easy for student to get information on the topic. Okay, for instruction, the home screen have button for the other screen. Each button will bring you to specific node. Click the button in others from top to bottom. This step will get you easy to understand because the screen is organized according to the learning squares. After you click the button, you can quit or screen. You can look our question or quiz. To answer question, please click the button in quiz season. A response will appear the window below the question to let you know if you are correct. You can learn by reading the feedback for incorrect answer. Okay, the fifth, list of screen. You can we present to you about our screen. The list is screen 1, the home screen. Screen 2 is table of content. Screen 3 is introduction and function of bone. Screen 4 is bone shape. Screen 5, structure of a long bone. Screen 6, structure of flat, short or an irregular bones. Screen 7, example of flat bone, short bone and irregular bones. Screen 8, about bone cell. Screen 9, woven and lamellar bones. Screen 10 is poggy and compact bone. Screen 10 is Screen 11 is bone development and growth. Screen 12 is our quiz time. 12, 13 and 14 is for question and answer, the quiz. You can click that for the quiz. Then the last one is the answer of quiz.
Next, I will continue my friend's presentation. My part is explanation of screen. Screen 1. Show the topic and introduce our group. Screen 2. Show the button to click. And then introduction and function bones, bone shape, structure of a long bone, structure of flat, short and irregular bone. Example of flat bones is short bone and irregular bones, bone cells, woven and lamellar bone, spiny and compact bone, bone development and growth and quiz time. Screen 3. Screen 3 show about introduction of classification of bone by region and then function of bone. Classification of bone have 3. First, 200 seat bones. Second, axial skeleton. And last, appendicular skeleton. Function of bone. Function of bone have seat. And first, support. Second, protection. And third, movement. And fourth, mineral storage. And fifth, fat storage in yellow bone marrow. And last, blood cell formation, hematopoiesis, and red bone marrow. Fourth screen. The fourth screen shows the classification of bone according to shape: long bone, short bone, flat bone, and irregular bones. Screen 5. The screen state and explain about long bone anatomy. First, diaphysis. Second, epiphysis. Third, periosteum. Fourth, perforating fibers. And lastly, articular cartilage. Screen 6. The screen show about the structure of short, irregular, and flat bones. First, thin periosteum cover compact bone on the outside with endosteum coverage spiny bone on the inside. Second, have no diaphysis or epiphysis. And third, bone marrow fill space within trabecular. Screen 7. In this screen, they show about example of structure. Structure 1, flat bone, and the example is sternum, scapula, cranial bones, and ribs. Structure 2, short bones. Example are tarsal and carpals. And last, irregular bones. The example is vertebra and sacrum. Screen 8. Screen 8. In this screen, it shows the bone cell and the type of bone cell. First, osteogenic stem cell. There are 3 types of bone cell. First, derived from mesenchyme, and then from osteoblast, and last, only mitotic bone cell. Second, osteoblast, bone-forming cell deposit bone matrix around themselves. Osteocytes, matured osteoblasts, and then completely surrounded by bony matrix. Last, carries out daily cellular activities. And last of bone cell is osteoclast. The type is bone breakdown resorption. And then we go to screen 9. The screen show the type of lamellar bone and woven bone. First, woven bone, immature bone. The type are embryonic skeleton, more rapid rate of deposition and resorption, initial fracture repair, irregular pattern of matrix fibrils, relatively high cell content and water concentration, 4 times the number of osteocysts per unit volume, less stiffness, and lastly, more easily deformed. And second, lamellar bone, mature bone. The type are replaced woven bone during growth and development, replace woven bone in remodeling phase under mechanical load, and then more stiffness, and last, difficultly deformed. And we go to screen 10. The screen show and explain the difference between spiny and compact bone. First, spiny bone, inner bone, and porous. Spiny bone is also called cancellous or trabecular bone. It is found in the long bone and it is surrounded by compact bone. Second, compact bone, outer bone and rigid. Compact bone, also called cortical bones, surround spiny bone. They are heavy, tough, and compact in nature. And then we go to this screen 11. This screen show about bone development and growth. First, during development, cartilage is replaced by bone. Second, cartilage remain in isolate areas. Last, bone are remodeled and lengthened until growth stops. And last, we go to the screen 12, 13, 14, and 15. This screen provided question for the quiz. This part is objective question. This screen has the answer for the quiz. Question first. How many bones are in the human body? The answer is 206. Question second. Question 2. The ribs are, the answer is flat bones. Question 3. A major bone cell is called a, the answer is osteocyte. Question 4. Osteoclast build new bone. The answer is, that's not true. And last question, what is root to seed? The answer is spiny bone. The conclusion. The ex-inventor make all students fun and easy to understand for this topic. It helps in promoting creativity and eliminating factor of failure. The apps built in this inventor can be easily shared. It is ideal for teaching perceptive. Students can understand easily about the bone anatomy and physiology.
Thank you to my group members, AMBROSSE and HANNANI SYAMIMI, for the explanation of this project. So now I'm going to show you how to use this app using your Android phone. For your information, this app only can detect on Android only. Let's get on straight into the tutorial.
Okay, this is our laptop looks like. Okay, first of all, we need to press build button, and then we have to choose first option to get the QR code. We have to wait until the loading is complete, and then the QR code will come out. The next step is we have to press MIT app invented in our phone, Android phone, and then click the scan QR code to scan the code. So now we have to download this app into our phone. So we have to press download, and we have to wait. Next step is install. Install this app in our phone. And the install is done. So this is what it looks like in our phone.
So this is our home screen looks like. We have title and group members. The title is Bone Anatomy and Physiology. The group members is NURUL binti Ahmad, AMBROSSE BERAYAN, and lastly is HANNANI SYAMIMI binti MOHAMAD YAZID. So if we want to go to the next screen, we have to press next button. So the content of Bone Anatomy and Physiology will come out. We have introduction and function, bone shape, structure of a long bone, structure of flat, short and irregular bone, bone cells, woven and lamellar bone, spongy and compact bone, bone development and growth, and lastly we have quiz time. So now we press introduction and function to see the notes of introduction and function. We have classification of bone by region. We have 206 bones in adult human body. Exoskeleton is skull, vertebral column, and rib cage. And appendicular skeleton is upper appendage include pectoral girdle and lower appendage include pelvic girdle. Below of classification of bone by region, we have function of bone, which is support, protection, movement, mineral storage, fat storage in yellow bone, blood cell formation in red bone marrow. So we have to press back button to see the another content of bone anatomy and physiology. The next is bone shape. Classification of bone. According to shape, we have 4, which is long, short, flat, and irregular. And then we go to the structure of a long bone. Long bone anatomy. We have picture of long bone anatomy. You can see in your left side. So in the right side, we have a little bit note. So diaphysis shaft composed of compact bone, epiphysis ends, spongy bone surrounded by compact bone, peristem, fibrous protective membrane that cover that diaphysis, perforating fibers, connective tissue fiber that attach peristem to bone, articular cartilage, glassy, smooth hyaline cartilage layer that covers that epiphysis, help reduce friction. So we need to press back button again, and we choose structure of flat, short, and irregular bone. Structure of short, irregular, and flat bone. Thin periosteum cover compact bone on the outside with endosteum cover spongy bone on the inside. Have no diaphysis or epiphysis. Bone marrow fills space within trabeculae. Then we need to press example button to see what is example for the shape. So we have flat bone. Flat bone is the example of flat bone is cranial bones, scapula, sternum, and ribs. Next, short bone, which is tarsals and carpals. Irregular bones, vertebra, and sacrum. So we need to press back button again, and then we choose another content. Bone cells. Bone cells. Bone cell we have 4, which is osteoclast, osteoblast, osteogenic cell, osteoclast. Osteoblast. Bone forming cells deposit bonic matrix around themselves. Osteoclast, matured osteoblast, completely surrounded by bony matrix, carries out daily cellular activities. Osteoclast, bone breakdown. Then we go to the next, woven and lamellar bone. So we have the picture of lamellar bone and woven bone. So this is a different woven bone, immature bone. Lamellar bone is mature bone. Woven bone. Embryonic skeleton, more rapid rate of deposition and resorption, initial fracture repair, irregular pattern of matrix fibres, relatively high cell content and water concentration, 4 times the number of osteoclast per unit volume, less stiffness, more easily deformed. Laminar bone, replace woven bone during growth and development, replace woven bone in remodeling phase under mechanical load, more stiffness, difficult deform. So this is the difference about lamellar bone and woven bone. Then we go back, we choose another content, which is spongy and compact bone. Spongy and compact bone. So you can see the picture of spongy and compact bone. Spongy, inner bone and porous. Compact bone, outer bone and rigid. The difference between spongy and compact bone. Spongy bone. Spongy bone is also called cancellous or trabecular bone. It is found in the long bone and it is surrounded by compact bone. Compact bone. Compact bone, also called cortical bone, surround spongy bone. They are heavy, tough, and compact in the nature. So this is different, and then we go back again to choose bone development and growth, the last content of this topic. Bone development and growth. During development, cartilage is replaced by bone. Cartilage remains in isolate areas, which is bridge of the nose, parts of ribs, and joints. Bones are remodeled and lengthened until growth stops, which is bones change shape somewhat, bones growth in width. So this is the picture of the bone development and growth. So the below of the note is we have 5 steps for bone development and growth. So you can see step 1, what is step 1, step 2, step 3, and step 4, and step 5. Then we go next. So last but not least, we have quiz time. So we press the quiz time button. So the first question is, how many bones are in adult human body? The answer is B, 206. If you press the wrong answer, like A, 260, the wrong word will come out. If you press the correct answer, if you press the correct answer, the correct word will come out. So the next question is, the ribs are? The answer is C, flat bone. Next, a mature bone cell is called a? The answer is B, osteoclast. Next question is, osteoclasts build new bone. Is that true or not? The answer is B, that's not true. The next is, the last question, what is the structure 6? The answer is D, spongy bone. So you have done all the quiz and then press the next button. So this is the answer, and if you want to do it again, you just press do it again, and if you want to go to the home screen, you just press the home screen. So that's all for me and my group mates. Thank you.